Welcome, everyone. Happy Saturday. We're going to be getting into our next Oracle reading. And I just got back from being on the road for 6 hours, and I'm quite tired, but had a good visit with my son, and it was quite the blessing to be able to catch up with him and spend some quality time. But I was looking forward to getting back and getting into the Oracle reading. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at what came out. So today we're going to be doing the Lightworker Oracle, which is this one right here. In case you're ever interested, you can get this oracle online. It's very useful, very helpful when you're on this path. And the card that came out was Initiation by Water, and I've never gotten this one before, so this is going to be a first. Very beautiful card. So let's go ahead and see what the oracle has to say to us about initiation by water. Your spiritual path this lifetime involves you becoming a clear channel for spirit. You are meant to communicate with higher guidance from the loving spiritual world. Your initiation by water will further open your receiving channels, dislodge lower vibrational materials, and sensitize you to the subtle realms of light. You are being opened to a world of which you may only have dreamed. Such is its beauty, grace, and love. Situations have been arising in your world that evoke emotional reactions and challenge your opinions and beliefs. You may not feel in control. You may feel like your world, your own emotions, have become like a stormy sea in which you are tossed about, and you are doing your best not to drown in the chaos. Yet, you are not to fear it. It is stirring that which has been held within so it can be released. The storm will pass, and the waters of your emotions shall become more serene. You could compare the process to a glass of water with muddy sediment at the bottom. The water appears clear as the mud is left to lie. Yet, once the water gets stirred up, the mud rises. Then it can be filtered out, and the water will be clearer than ever before. The turbulence was a step that led to greater clarity. The waters in the glass are comparable to your emotional waters, and the fixed and the fixed opinions, beliefs, or long held emotional patterns based on unresolved past pain are the sediment at the bottom of the glass. Hold the glass up to the light. Can the light shine through the sediment? No. But it can be seen through the clear water. Remove the sediment, and the water will be clear enough to allow the light to shine through without obstruction or distortion. The light is the light of the spirit, of higher truths, unconditional love, of peace, wisdom, and joy. You know that you are meant to be a channel for the truths of the spirit. As an advanced soul, you are capable of successfully enduring the process of filtering out whatever would obstruct the clear flow of higher consciousness through your being. Perhaps, tired of emotional swings, you have suppressed your emotions and believe you feel nothing. Yet, you are acting out unwanted behaviors or suffering from apparently random physical accidents or maladies, which is your subconscious way of expressing your hidden feelings. If this is the case, you are encouraged to be kind to yourself, to give yourself time to reflect upon your true feelings. Releasing emotional blockages doesn't have to be a drawn-out process. It is often the resistance and fear of the feelings within that is more difficult than expressing the actual feelings underneath that resistance and finally letting it go. Whatever pain you have been feeling right now is a sign of emotional healing and recovery. You are encouraged to accept the process and process your feelings, especially those that do not make much sense to you. Your emotional truths will make more sense as you heal. If you can get help from a healer, therapist, counselor, or mentor, they will support you and help you resolve your parts of the process more swiftly. Know that even though it challenges you at times, this is a good thing that is taking place, necessary for you to more fully receive the divine connection for which you yearn. It's like when you're around people who really trigger you. You know, if I mean, I definitely for myself, it's being around certain people who have narcissistic behaviors and traits. It is extremely triggering for me, and that definitely muddies my water. And I often will say muddies my mind. I don't like my mind being muddied. I like to have a clear mind, but it can be hard when you're around people like this because it often sends you back to that place of comfort, the place you're familiar with. And healing is a very uncomfortable place, even though it's definitely very rewarding and peaceful and good when you come through it each time. It can be very challenging, difficult, and vulnerable. You have to allow yourself to be open to not only seeing the things that you want to see, but the things that you don't want to see, those dark corners of your mind that you often don't want to visit. And that can be like stirring the mud in the water. It makes you not see things clearly because these people come into your sphere, they come into your influence, they come into your life, and at that moment they stir the emotions, the memories, the thoughts that send you back into that place that is familiar, where comfort lies. And it doesn't mean that it's comfort, meaning you're happy being there. Most times it's a miserable place to be, but you're familiar with it. It's easier just to deal with it and to endure those things. But in actuality, when you do heal and you do set those boundaries and don't allow people to muddy your water, it really does help you navigate your life better so that you have more peace and happiness, like in an authentic way that is genuine to what you need in your life. So when you're dealing with in your life with events, people, situations that trigger you, you know, it could be family, friends, work, whoever, whatever, just remember to know that your boundaries are there for a reason. You have standards for a reason. You have expectations of others for a reason. And you don't have to waver from that. And that slight discomfort you may feel in the moment of having to hold those boundaries or whatever it is that you need to put in your life to give you that peace. Yes, at that moment, it's going to be uncomfortable because the people receiving it aren't going to be very happy about it because they want to be able to access your energy. They want to be able to access you and make you vulnerable to what fits well in their box, what their expectations are of you. So just know that holding your boundaries is going to be leaving you in a place of peacefulness, not in a place of discomfort and unhappiness. Because they might be happy putting you in that box, but you know in the end you're not going to be happy. So hold those boundaries. Don't waver on them. I know it's uncomfortable. I had to deal with it today. I deal with it often with people in my life where I feel this absolute discomfort in having to go there with these people. But they put me in this position. I didn't ask to be put in this position. So I don't feel that guilt. I remind myself of that. So when you're in that situation, just remind yourself that you didn't ask to be put in that situation. These people or these circumstances put you in this. So you have to do what's good for you and your mental health, your emotional state, and your peace of mind. Now let's look at the invocation. I choose to lovingly, gratefully, and kindly let go of that which I no longer need to hold on to emotionally. Forgiveness is easy for me. I forgive myself and all others for our human mistakes. And that's a good thing to remember too. I often say that to myself when I'm dealing with difficult people in my life, that they're humans. And unfortunately, not all humans can look at themselves and evaluate their own actions. Not everybody's built like you. You're built differently. You're unique. You have a level of empathy and understanding that a lot of people don't have. And I don't think it's something that you can say, oh, they're just incapable of it. I think most everybody is capable of getting to that place. But I find it to be very uncomfortable for many people. They don't want to face those things. It's much easier to stay in a place of comfort, familiarity. And that their desire to stay in that place makes it uncomfortable for a person like you. But forgiveness, especially, is for you. Just because, and this is so important to remember, I press on this all the time when I talk to people about it. Just because you forgive somebody doesn't warrant them having access to your energy. You are allowed to be protective of your energy. You are a very sensitive, empathetic person. You run on high levels of energy. And at the same time, high levels of energy can be depleted from you. And you know this. So be guarded of your energy. Just because you forgive someone, that's to give you peace. That's to allow you to move on. It does not in any way mean that gives somebody a right to come back in your life and cause havoc. It doesn't. Guard yourself wisely. Let's continue. I choose to honor a mistake as a chance to learn and an opportunity from the divine to grow more lovingly. I ask for protection, assistance, merciful grace, and tender compassion to bless me through the initiation so that I may thrive in joy. May all those who are divinely destined to become clear channels for spiritual love be supported by unconditionally loving beings that can assist them to successfully move through initiation and shine the light of spirit through their hearts for the benefit of all beings. So be it. I love that. It's a reminder that for all of us, we can greatly impact others who are struggling through these types of challenges. I can't even tell you how many times I cross paths with individuals who are in the thick of it. Some of them are just starting therapy. Some people are just becoming aware of their circumstances. And it's even more interesting to me that I will often have somebody tell me, I don't know why it took me this many years to figure this out. I'm in my 40s, I'm in my 50s, I'm in my 30s, whatever it is, that they feel like all these years got wasted. And here's the thing, all those years haven't gotten wasted. Those were all lessons. All of those lessons grew that wisdom that you have. And that wisdom is what's going to help you help others. I mean, I find it such a blessing when I cross paths with someone who is going through it and just realizing and awakening. And I think, wow, I've been there and I know what that feels like. And here's some advice for you. And here's how I navigated through it. You can benefit someone greatly because, as you probably already know, this is an immensely lonely decision and path. You can't do it with someone. Nobody's going to quite understand your particular situation. And frankly, it is so deep and personal. I don't even think you would want somebody else to be there as you're going through it. The levels of purging and release that I have done, the amount of tears I have shed, the amount of times I dropped to my knees praying to God. Those are things I had to do alone. But it's deeply dark. It's deeply lonely. And when you can find other people that relate and understand, just even their presence, their ability to just listen to what you have to say, makes a huge impact on your success and your resilience to want to continue and forge forward. It is difficult. I'm not going to lie. If you're at the beginning stages of awakening yourself, it is going to be very, very, very hard. And it's going to feel immensely lonely. And my advice to you is to connect with others that are like you. Start opening yourself up to receive other people in your life. You have to gain a level of trust. And I know this is hard. Many of you have spent your lives in a state of distrust because of your traumas. But you're going to have to trust. There are people out in the world who definitely understand what you're going through and have been through it themselves. And I am so grateful for all those people in my life, whether online or in person, who impacted me in such a huge way that helped me not feel alone. So just remember that. It's important. You can have a very positive effect on others. And if you're just starting to go through it, be prepared and open yourself up to receive others in your life, because there are so many people around you who want to help you. They just want to be there for you. They might not even have anything to say to you, but just the fact of their presence, just the fact that they listen, just the fact that they understand. I mean, just frankly, you just saying to someone, I understand, is huge, because so much of that person's life, they have been misunderstood. So it's not even that you have to have a load of stuff to say to somebody. Just the fact that you understand, that you resonate, that you get it, is deep. Because this whole thing is deep. This is not surface level stuff. This is deep stuff. You're having somebody who is going to need to deep dive into the darkest parts of their mind, the darkest parts of their soul. And it can get really ugly. And the fact that someone can understand, someone can just be there to listen to them, is huge. And the fact that you have wisdom that you can share, or if you're somebody going through it, that you can listen to someone's wisdom, someone who's actually been through it, who actually can feel what you're feeling, that's huge. There's no price tag you can put on that. All right. Before I yap too much, let's get into the next one. I could talk about this for days. So this Star Seed, Star Soul Oracle, we're going to get into that one. So for that one, we got called Soul Gifts and Training. It's time to step up. Oh, I'm excited. Never got this card either. So let's go ahead and get into that one. What do they got for called? You came to Earth with a double mission: to grow as a soul and to bring about a shift in consciousness. The best way to fulfill these personal and collective purposes is to trust what it is that your soul is calling you towards, for it's encoded within the most direct path forward. Your soul has many unique gifts that it came here to share. Some you may already be aware of, others you're just beginning to uncover. You're being called to remember that your soul intelligently chose the perfect conditions to carry out your soul's mission and share your soul's gift. If you are being called towards a creative project, a passion, or an adventure, this card is your confirmation that you're facing the right way and that this moment right here is destined. If you are feeling unprepared or thinking, who am I to do that? This card is guiding you to step up and leap. And consider perhaps that your soul has been training for this moment right here for a lifetime. And the Star Soul activation is, put your hand on your heart and whisper the following. I call forth the soul gifts and soul training that I've received throughout all of my lifetime. I'm ready to embody them all now without hesitation or fear. I fully commit to being here now. I'm ready to step into my soul's highest and most potent calling. I've been training for this for my lifetime. And this is a perfect example of being called to be there for others who are going through this. It has such purpose to it. It has such meaning to it. You can definitely make an impact in somebody's life. And you are called. We are all called. And then I picked the angel numbers, and we actually got two that came out together. The first one, and these are two very different ones than from what I usually pull out, so I was excited. The first one is 924, farewell. Look fondly onto what once was. Okay, right there. I'm going to go ahead and read that one. It's okay to look back on the past with a thankful heart. Your angels see that you are letting go of things that once served you well, and they remind you that it's necessary to do so. Take a few moments now and connect to your angels as you visualize their loving light surrounding you. Send your angels and yourself gratitude as you let go of the past. Like I always say, it's so important to let go and release things that no longer serve you. Once you let go of those things, you're allowing space for things to enter, things that are worthy to be in your space, things that are necessary for you to forge forward and continue on your mission, on your path, on your purpose. We all have our purpose here, and we're to help others navigate through life, through these types of deep and dark experiences that transform, awaken people to a whole different level. You know how it shook you. Now it's time for you to help others navigate through it. It's a process. It's a deep and dark process, but it is so rewarding. And it's such a reward to be able to help someone else see that light, see how Spirit, the Holy Spirit, is so powerful and able to guide us each and every day and helping us discern what it is and what is not meant for our lives. We need that. That is our power through empathy. And then we're going to go to the next number, that's 800, spiritual downloads. Prepare for new knowledge. I love that. Prepare for new knowledge. How exciting. This is an alert from your guides. Your angels are indicating that you will be receiving new information in the form of realizations, wisdom, and emotions. How exciting, because getting downloads. Sit in meditation and focus your energy, opening your crown chakra, the top of your head, in preparation for this divine light. Picture loving light flowing into you with ease through the top of your head into your entire being. This reminds me of the grounding video that I have on my Flow Society channel. The link is below. Be sure to check it out. If you're looking for a grounding guide, I have a video and it goes through that whole process, opening your crown chakra, envisioning the light entering your crown chakra and going through your entire body. And it's a whole ritual that I do every morning. And what I did was I recorded the script thinking it might help other people because I just hit play in the morning and I do that grounding every day. And it really does help set you off into a good path in the morning for your day. So definitely be prepared to receive that wisdom and knowledge because you are about to get a download. If you're seeing this, 800, that is super exciting. And I'm so thrilled for you guys. All right, so we're going to go ahead and see what the angel wisdom had to say. And that came out as money. I am tapped into the universal supply of money. Oh, how exciting. New downloads, money. What can I say? You guys are set. Let's get into it. Exciting, exciting. The angels ask you, cut back on your spending and get the most out of your money in line with things that are most important to you. Angel number 88888 is a message to learn to manage your money better as it can help you become financially secure and provide a safety net for any unpredictable situations. So this really goes in line with the energy. Wow, this really does go in line with the energy update I did. I think it was yesterday, which was talking about the financial stuff. The reading was saying that it's time to kind of hone in your expenses. Look at your subscriptions, especially. I think that's where people get a lot of, they forget those subscriptions and they realize that they're spending ridiculous amounts of money on stuff like that. If you're not utilizing some streaming service, get rid of it. Read a book, do something else. Get outside, get in nature. Look at your bank account. Look at it every single day. Look at every penny that's coming out. Really hone in on your finances. Because if you have leakage in your finances, it's going to affect your abundance. And you shouldn't be wasting money. You got to be smart. Make sure you're conserving, that you're not spending money on things that you shouldn't be spending money on. I mean, look at me. I had this whole tooth issue, root canal issue due to my health issues from last year. I paid the consequences, and I'm thousands of dollars in the hole because of neglecting my health. But here's the thing. Thankfully, I've been very conservative with my money, so I'm prepared. But still, I have to work extra. I got to make extra money to make up that money because it's coming out of my bank account, right? So you have to be smart. You have to make sure you're prepared for anything unexpected. And if you've got money leaking out on things and in places that it shouldn't be leaking out on, it's time to disconnect that stuff, get rid of it, release it. No longer subscribe to that service, no longer spend money on things that you don't necessarily need. Start conserving that money, and you're going to see your abundance grow. All right. Well, I am going to see if I can do the next energy check reading and the love reading, because I didn't post those today as I was out of town all day. But we'll see how I feel later on, if I feel like doing it. Otherwise, I will continue tomorrow. I hope you guys are having a great weekend. I'm so glad you're here and that you joined me today for this oracle reading, and I hope all is well. Blessings.